Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome back. I hope you had a great time with your friends and family. But today, what I want to talk about is this a little buddy of mine, Pikachu with gray felt hat. Hopefully, one of the last times I actually do that. One of the last times because I hope that Pokemon Center is going to have more of this coming in so all of you have a chance to pick it up. The reason why I want to talk about this is because I saw this list on TCG Player, and of course, what you do at the end of every year is you make a list because you want people to go to your website and read the list or watch your videos. So thanks for being here. But what we got going on here was my friend at number 9. If you want to check out this list, I'll put the link down below in my video description. But if you check out number 9, that would be our friend Pokemon Center Exclusive Squirtle that you got from buying the UPC. I did a video on this one when it actually popped back up on the Pokemon Center, so hopefully you got it when it was available. What I was doing in that video was tracking the price of the Squirtle as it dropped progressively through the day. And the reason why I wanted to do that was it gave me a valuable data point so that I could see if one day, hopefully one day, the Pikachu with gray felt hat reappears, what I think the price is actually going to do on that card. And then how much is it going to take for the Pokemon Center to actually have in stock to damage the price? I know people would say tank the price, but I can't imagine thinking through all this that that's ever going to actually happen. It probably won't ever happen that way. But what happened during that restock day was it sat on TCG Player at $84 for that Squirtle. 236 minutes later, it was $66.49. Again, if you didn't see that video, yes, I was taking screenshots throughout the day as I sat there at work just so I can do the video later on it. Yep, that's what actually happened. So Squirtle currently is sitting at $74.99. You can see him right here. Oh, look at that guy with that Pokemon Center logo. Again, there's another card out there of that Squirtle, and it doesn't have the logo on it, but you get the same art and everything like that. What you have here was this price eventually dropped down. Anyways, on this graph, it says $51.38. I'm not going to go scroll through all the different listings on TCG Player for what sold, but on here, $51.38. But now it's climbed all the way back up to $74.99. When you think about that Squirtle and compare it to actual Pikachu with gray felt hat, which one is the more popular of the two cards, right? There's a reason Squirtle's number 9, and spoiler alert, Pikachu with gray felt hat is number 1 on that TCG Player link list is because this one is not as popular as the Pikachu. Makes sense. So what I did here for you was I went on eBay as accurately as possible because there's always a potential chance that I missed it. But I saw 258 cards of this Squirtle selling on eBay. If you take a look at TCG Player, I counted 153. But again, if you want to be exact, you should probably count yourself because after a while, that's a lot of cards to be adding all up together. That's what that stuff on the left is. So you think about the UPC, how many people wanted to actually have this Squirtle and how many people wanted to flip it. You can see how many was sold there. I know this isn't the entire market, right? There's people that sell on Mercari, there's people that sell on Facebook, there's a bunch of different places people could sell at their local game store. Now, if you add all that up together and all the people that wanted to keep this for themselves, I think you're looking at probably 3,000 cards that would have been needed to be placed out there on the Pokemon Center to have this one permanently drop, right? You saw it go all the way back up to 74.99. What would it take to actually drop that, seeing how many sold here? I think to drop that, they really need 3,000 cards. How I came about that was just because of what happened to the price right now. I think to get it to that nice juicy 40 to 50, that's the amount of supply that needed to show up. Now I think about this Pikachu that's in first place on this list with the gray felt hat. And you currently see it sitting on TCG Player for $148.99. I love this guy. Look at him. So nice. I just love him. If you take a look here, there's this nice price. Oh, this right here, this $199.99. That has to be a graded card. Yep, I see a little picture. PSA 9 certified mint Pikachu with gray felt hat. I will say, by the way, if you don't comparison shop, you really should, because this is a PSA 9 certified $199.99. There's stuff out here on eBay, you can see it right here. PSA 9, $154.99. Make sure you comparison shop between all the different places. But as you can see, you could save a bunch of money. But no matter what, there is a ton of sales of this actual card. It's pretty insane when you think about it. Look at me just scrolling all the way down here. I'm not going to do that anymore. So with these cards, there is this magical graph. And on this graph, there was this restock that happened on these gray felt hats, and that happened roughly around this time period, October 16th to October 22nd. I can tell you for sure because I received mine from the Pokemon Center on October 21st. So this brief period of time here is when the card dropped off, and then afterwards is when it picked up again. And there's some downward pressure on there as the holidays come up. People wanted to offload it, hoping that it would go up. But no matter what, it has never dropped down below that October 16th to 22 time period. Not at all. So I did the exact same thing as I did with the Squirtle. I counted how many were on TCG players that sold. And that time period is from October 16th to October 23rd. I went one day further. So 163 cards sold on TCG Player during that time period. eBay, I didn't bother counting up at all. As you can imagine, it was a lot higher than what was on TCG Player. So if you just proportionally use that, should be about 270, 280 of it. Again, it could be different because the Pikachu would be more popular than what you have with the Squirtle on there. So I started thinking to myself, there's going to be a lot of people that wanted this card. So when this restock, do you believe that all the people that own these Pikachu cards actually sold them? I believe some of the people that actually purchased it, there's probably more people that actually held on to this Pikachu, where the Squirtle seemed more like a potential to make money. I think, well, Pikachu as well, but there's a lot more people missed out on this Pikachu, and definitely was in the price range, because all you had to do was buy TCG cards in order to get the Pikachu, where the Squirtle, you had to buy the UPC. So a lot more money to shell out, and people might have already had the UPC they wanted and not wanted an additional one just for a Squirtle. Now, if I think about all of that, where does that put me? I'm thinking minimum to drop this down to, like, let's say 70, 60 range. You need 10,000 of these cards. And I'm not even joking about that. Some people may hear that number and be like, you're freaking insane. But again, take a look at the Squirtle. And even then, the Squirtle went up from its lows. And that's the Squirtle. How much more popular is this Pikachu? What, 10 times? How many people are more willing to hold on to it, buying it at the $20, $30 price that you had to buy it in order to qualify for this card? I think it was like $30. Don't quote me on that. I just remember something like that. So think about that. I'm thinking 10,000. And then if you want to drop it down to the 20 to 30 range that people were hoping for, what are you looking at? 15,000 of these cards? And then I think about what happened in the past with the promo cards, right? Think about special delivery Pikachu, special delivery Bidoof, special delivery Charizard. Think about any of those cards and how many were printed, how many of them were restocked over time. And I think when you consider all those things, we're never, and this, I could obviously be wrong, and hopefully I am, but I don't think we're ever going to hit that point where they're going to just shove 10,000 of these cards back on the Pokemon Center and everybody will be happy and all that. I can't imagine that happening. What, we're going to get 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 maybe? Maybe it'll drop down to $100 once more. Outside of that, I can't imagine what's going to happen. I don't know if they will ever restock this again. Hopefully they do, but it's not going to be enough in my mind. Whatever happens, people are still going to be upset. Some people are going to be sad that they missed it because they're going to be at work or they're going to be in school. I guess if you're in school, not many people would have credit cards on hand and are checking the Pokemon Center website. But that's how it's just going to be. Let me know your thoughts down below. Again, if you need to reach me for any reason, feel free to reach out to my address out on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. If you need any sort of cards, go check out TCG Player. And if you're a new member, please let me know and I could send you the Discord link. But as always, have fun, be happy, and don't spend anything outside your budget, especially this Pikachu. If you can't afford it, there's a ton of other cards out there that are beautiful and not as expensive. So do look towards that direction. But I can't imagine this going down so much, even with a restock. But hopefully I'm wrong. See you later.